Ladies and gentlemen, new season, new track, and new racing here, and yeah, welcome to Realistic Racing League Season 7, Round 1. And as you can hear, I am back in the commentary box after a season of break where I was myself behind the wheel at Mercedes, but I'm glad to be here, I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to commentate with you a new season with some new drivers, a complete new lineup, with basically nearly everyone being in a new team. And yes, we are here for the first round here at Monza for the first round of the season. And yes, we're waiting for the first few drivers coming out of the pits, and the first one is RRL Charlie. And let me just send a link into our Discord so everyone knows the stream has started, and it seems pretty dark, to be fair. So I don't know if it's gonna rain at some point. We will see. So, I sent the link into the Discord so we can fully concentrate on this qualifying. We can see RRL Charlie in the Alfa Romeo will probably be... No, it's his teammate BS Gabri who passes him on the outlap, and he will have the first qualifying of this new season in an Alfa Romeo. I mean, as an Italian, it's cool to see him being the first driver out on a hot lap, and let's stay on board with him going down the first corner, downshift into second. There are some drivers who take this corner in a higher gear, but he has traction control on, so he doesn't even really have the issue of traction out of the corner. Obviously it's purple sector 1, but RRL Charlie is right behind him, and it seems like he's faster, but yeah, he didn't let too much space between himself and his teammate Gabri. But Gabri goes on, nearly passes the second sector line. A 54.1. It's still purple. Going through the Ascari, and then the famous Parabolica to go to complete the first lap of the qualifying, the first qualifying lap of the season. He rounds the final corner across the line to finish at a 1:21.4. It's only 1 tenth behind Charlie, but we will see. So there is Felix going already down the 19th, a 1:19.9. Stevie Iceman, a 21.2, and RC Darkpier in phase 4 in the Ferrari, 1:19.7. Yes, let's go through the order, because there is some interesting lineups. For example, Team Alpine. Yeah, I get from the driver itself, Team Alpine is probably the best one. With Felix and Kart Racer, probably the best lineup we've ever had in this league so far. But also interesting to see is King Enzo, who already was in the Red Bull last season, stayed there to compete another season. Then there is Fabian, who joined the league today, but is also a competitive driver who can fight for wins and podiums. He already has a win, if I'm not mistaken, from last season Bahrain, where he drove in the Ferrari as a reserve driver. But yeah, let's concentrate in front. There is a McLaren, but both of them already set the time. There is AlphaTauri of Marco, who will start his lap now, and right behind is no, it's not Sphinx, is face forwards, but I guess he will go into the pits for a new set of tires. Marco will start his hot lap, but there is a Mercedes of FIFA, the Reignite champion of last season. He won in a Red Bull, and now he is in the Mercedes. Our currently in 4th place with 120.3, and Pocho has spun out of turn 2 in the entry of Curva Grande. Wait, who's... Let's see. Ah, okay, now he despawned, so we can't see where he crashed exactly, but we can imagine. So Marco's currently on a hot lap. Let's stay on board with him. He today is in an AlphaTauri's reserve driver too. A 53.7. Now he goes into the Parabolica, downshift into 4th and 5th, and then rounds the final corner to finish the lap, and it's 120.9, and he rises up the order and puts himself into P9. We should have had a full grid today, but Dylan dropped out like a few hours before the race, and we missed one driver in the lobby. I don't know where he is. Filbert is starting a lap now. Guess he's one of the only ones. Sphinx up in P7, and Evan. Evan is in P4 in front of Kart Racer with a 120.251. He's 3/1000ths of a second in front of Kart Racer, and only 2/10 behind King Enzo. So there is still some margin to improvement, and Marco spun out of Ascari. We'll see. Filbert seems to be the only driver on a hot lap, so let's stay on board with him. Going into the Ascari. Oh, there's a Red Bull standing there. It's Fabian, where he starts his hot lap now, but Filbert crosses the line. It's a 123.7. He is 2 seconds behind P14 RC Darkpeer, and Fabian in the Red Bull, also one of the contenders for the front row, oversteered out of turn 1 and 2. So we will see. On the first sector, it's a 26.417. This lap doesn't seem to be that clean, to be fair, but we will see. There's a yellow flag, but it's just Alfa Romeo standing and waiting to start his hot lap. So let's have a look at Fabian. He rounds the Scari and goes all the way down the straight to the Parabolica, and he rounds the final corner. What will it be? 18, 19, 20.3 P6 for now. It's very close there between P4 and P8. It's just 0.2, so big margin for improvements. King Enzo goes up the order. P3, still behind Felix, but it's still a thing. He locks up the second row, and Darth FIFA takes the escape road. Doesn't really work on this game, but yeah, nice to try. Now there are some drivers going on the second hot lap with 7 minutes to go on this qualifying session, but let's look behind because there is Gabri starting oh no, he's not starting a hot lap. He doesn't seem to have ERS anymore. But there is a Williams, the Williams of Jeremy. He is going into the pits too. And what is Charlie doing? Charlie is improving by quite a bit, and he rises up the order. 120.8 improvement by half a second, and he goes into the top 10. So let's see, there is both Red Bulls, but I guess none of them is setting a lap. What's looking into do? Will he do another one, or will he go into the pits? He's going into the pits. Then there is Kart Racer. Kart Racer, I guess, is going to the pits too. No, he's not. He's not. He will complete his lap. It's a 119.6. It's provisional pole by Kart Racer, and he locks up provisional pole. I didn't watch his lap, unfortunately, but it seemed like a very, very good lap. So it's Kart Racer, Face Forward, and Felix in the top 3. And yeah, I guess I would say both Alpines and King Enzo are probably my favorites for the season. King Enzo struggled a bit with consistency and with luck in the last season. That's why he every week he was in the fight for wins, but he never really was in the fight for the championship in the whole year, just because he crashed pretty often, got penalties and spun and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, the lack of consistency at the end of the season cost him the championship that went all the way to his teammate Darth FIFA, who is currently right behind him in P5, but this time in a different team. So we have Sphinx, who is on a hot lap right now. Let's talk about Mercedes, because Evan, no, he will go into the pits. I see Dark Pier has retired, but let's see. Sphinx, no, he is going to the pits too. There's a McLaren of T, he's also going to the pits, so I guess no one is in a hot lap right now, currently, I guess. There is a Williams. Anirudh is the only one who hasn't had a lap time yet, apart from Pocho, but I retired. Filbert also retired, so both Aston Martin are out of this qualifying session. But let's see, it seems like he wants to complete the lap. Anirudh, I hope I pronounce his name right. If not, then feel free to correct me. But he finishes his lap and crosses the line. It's a 121.5 P16 for now. Can't get any worse because everyone behind him is DNF, or apart from if he gets disqualified. But yeah, Felix is on an outlap right now. He will start his hot lap soon. No, wait, 8 minutes. You see that on the top right. He has a 9-minute lap time. What the hell is going on? I guess he will start his lap now. Yeah, okay. It was just about 3 minutes ago. So I guess everyone is going out of the pits for the last run of the qualifying. Let's stay on board with Felix. I guess he's the only one being on a hot lap right now. He can fight for pole. 3 tenths he needs to find to beat his teammate. He is improving right now. It's purple sector 1. He wasn't improving by much, but I guess it's still enough for purple in the first sector. Both less more corners, very tricky corners. This track hasn't many of corners, but they are all tricky in their own way, and he's improving. Purple sector 2, 1.1 tenth, and he lost it out of Ascari. I guess he wanted too much. He rode too much off the curb. In Ascari, and then lost the car, so his chance. Oh, what was that? Man, this is. Did you see how Felix managed to recover like 20% of ERS just for being in neutral and going full throttle? Okay, this is insane. I didn't knew that. This is insane. This is some insane strats by NLR Felix 1. Like I said, I didn't knew that this is even possible. And let's see, Star FIFA, he completes his lap. It's a 1:19.9. He stays in P5. Or did he? No, he's not. He's starting his lap now. I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit confused with the timeline up there. It's King Enzo also starting a lap now. I don't know who is the first one who will end this lap. I guess only one. Only one is on a hot lap. I wasn't on board with him yet. So let's see what he can do. 119, 120 isn't improving. He stays in P9. Then let's see, Felix is improving again. Is it enough? No, it's not. He stays in P3, a 119.7. But let's go even further behind because it's Williams of Anirudh. Yes, he has invalidated. So let's see, it's Fabian who is improving by half a second and goes up into P4. So there is a Mercedes of Darth FIFA. Can he improve? Yes, he can. P4, 4 fastest, 119.8 for him too. So there is King Enzo improving by 2 tenths. But there is Kart Racer. Can he extend his advantage on pole position? Yes, he can. 119.4, but let's go behind because King Enzo beat his time. 119.4 is the time to beat. No, he can't. By 2 tenths, 119.6. And there is things who spun now. Let's go back the others. Stevie Iceman. Charlie completed his lap time. He is improving, but he stays in P10. Then now there is BS Gabri. Completes his lap, but I guess he's staying there. Now he's not improving. He is not improving, and I guess that's it. I guess that's it for qualifying. For the first qualifying of the season. Here around the Temple of Speed at Monza. Kart Racer takes the first pole of the season by let's say a 1.5 tenth. Oops, I'm sorry. Yes, that's it for qualifying, and it was very exciting, and I hope the race will be even more exciting. And I don't know if someone sent the weather report. I'm gonna ask, and then we will see. Okay, it's dry, completely dry. Okay, so nothing special to see there. But we are waiting for the drivers to proceed. And yes, we go to end. Yeah, it will be a medium hard or hard medium. So nothing special with that. We don't have a formation lap, so we will, after everyone readied up, we will start with the action. And yes, another thing that we love to see with Codemasters and their games is again the T-posing pit crew. You love to see it, I love to see it, and it's on every team this time, yeah? Let's say 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Yeah, this time it's on every team. The pit crew of every team is T-posing, but it doesn't really matter because the race is gonna start soon, and we are waiting. Okay, the race is gonna start. The 5 red lights are on, with Kart Racer on pole, and it's lights out, and away we go. Decent start by Kart Racer, but King Enzo with a cracker of a start. Kart Racer with a little bit of wheel spin, but King Enzo with the tire advantage took the advantage and is the leader of the start and goes up as first here into the Grand Prix. Fabian goes up the order. Felix lost quite a bit of positions. Darth FIFA up in P. Fabian up in P3 and Face Forward in P4. There is only one who spun and reset the track, and this will be a penalty. This will be a penalty if the stewards are gonna see this. This will be a penalty for resetting on track, who is prohibited, and we will see behind because there's a little bit of tree fight going up there. Sphinx against Jeremy and Charlie. 4P10 for now, but let's see in front. There is Darth FIFA against Face Forward. There is not DRS, at least yet. And let's see the position changes, and there's Anirudh, who has spun out of Ascari, and this is a VSC. No, it's not Ascari, it's in the entry of Parabolica, and it's Philbert, who goes into the back of RC Darkp, and there's also Gabri pitting. Oh, it was a bit, and Philbert leaves, and yeah, so we will see the AI still drive, and BS Gabri proceeds to continue the race, even though now he has plenty of time behind. But we go up. Oh, King Enzo lost quite a bit on the VSC, or Kart Racer did nearly perfect timing, but he has the tire advantage of the mediums, and Kart Racer started on the hard, so we can see King Enzo probably being right now a bit faster than Kart Racer, and Fabian right now is struggling to keep up. He is 1.1 behind, and Face Forward and Darth FIFA are behind. Mercedes is not really strong on the straight line speed, but he's using a lot of ERS. Will he try it there? He is trying it there on the Parabolica around down the inside. Can Face Forward counter? not now, at least not yet. DRS activated now. And now Face Forward is trying to stay behind and try it max life with DRS. Felix is up there too, and now the Sphinx against Marco 4P9, and Sphinx takes his position. So let's say, let's look behind if there is something going on. At least not yet. Again, Enzo versus Kart Racer. Half a second gap between these two, so Enzo doesn't seem to have the pace right now to pull away from Kart Racer, who is on the hard tires, you need to remember. And Fabian he is there. So King Enzo, we will see how he can defend on Kart Racer, especially now with DRS activated, and Alpine is not really slow on the straight line. So obviously Red Bull is still Red Bull, yeah. But with Alpine, they have a strong opponent behind, and Stewie against... No, it's Asidakwe against Pocho, 4P15. But let's look up in front, because Enzo goes defensive on the inside line. But he stays in front. Charlie versus Jeremy, and Sphinx against Jonathan. Sphinx goes up the order, and it's what happened there? 5 seconds for Stevie and Pocho for, I guess, the corner cutting. I guess both of them cut the chicane completely. It's only one against Jeremy for the 12th position. But let's see in front. Oh, really strong line of Kart Racer. And there is Fabian, who spun out of Ascari. Jeremy disconnected. Oh, that is unfortunate. And it is a VSC right there, where right at the point where Kart Racer wanted to attack Enzo, a VSC is deploying. Has Fabian damage? It seems like it. So it's going to pit. Same for... No, it's not only one. It's... Holy shit, who is pitting? Marco is pitting. And Siri is also pitting. Yeah, it's a wing change for Fabian. He was on pace. He was there with the front runners. And I need to recharge my battery, man. Otherwise, I'm gonna disconnect. So let's see when the VSC is going to drop off and how the restarts are gonna be. Kart Racer nailed the VSC last time, and he did also this time, but Fabian got the drive-through penalty after the VSC, and this is unfortunate. Now again, he is as near as before. Can he try it? Can he try it this time? Enzo needs to go defensive. Oh, he got a little bit off throttle, loses a bit of time. But Kart Racer opens up the air. Seems like he's a bit too far, and there's a spin of Stevie out of La Roggia. And yeah, Kart Racer is indeed a bit too far away, but Darth FIFA isn't in the DRS of these two, so now they have the opportunity to build a gap on the guys behind. Oh, Pocho versus RC Darkpeer again! And these two are giving everything. Maybe not in the maybe not in the fairest way possible, but it seems like... Oh, and Fabian again is in the pits, probably to serve his drive to. Yes, he is. And so Enzo nearly pulled up a second on Kart Racer, so he has lost a bit. But there is face forward versus Darth FIFA, and Felix is right behind there too. King Enzo with the new fast level 122.3. But let's see, can face forward make a move on the Mercedes up in front? Going to the inside line, side by side, going into turn 1. He completes the move. Did he complete the move? Yes, he did. Face forward. Going up into P3, going off the podium. But can face forward counter-attack? This is the question.
Most underrated driver of RRL in your opinion?
Most underrated driver of RRL in my opinion. Paul, it's tough to say. Because everyone drives every car every season basically. So I mean, I can say the most underrated driver this race, which is for me face forward, because he's not a bad driver. For all respect, but even though he's in a Ferrari, he is fighting, and he has the pace with guys like Darth FIFA, who is the champion from last season, and Felix, who is a two-time champion, I think. And Kart Racer picks up the pace at 122.2. Fastest lap of the race, so he's keeping up. So both cars at the back for P9 and P10, and only one seemed to clear the overtake on his teammate Jonathan, and he is trying to complete another move. Okay, greatest driver to never win a race. King Enzo won a race. I guess the top driver that I know from pure pace won a race this in the history of this league. I don't want to say that, but I don't want to say that, but I would put myself in it. I never won a race. Okay, I was most of the time I was team principal and commentator, but yeah. But I guess every top driver who are faster than me at least won one race. But let's see. Oh no, it's not an overtake. It's face forward who is lapping the Aston Martin of Filbert, who has not retired, but he's left the session. But there is only one against Charlie for P8. And Jonathan, I didn't even notice that, but Jonathan also won that overtake, a little bit of contact, and he sticks the move and goes up into P9. Can Charlie counter that? At least it doesn't seem like it. But we go in front. There is Sphinx versus Evan for P6. Evan is 4 seconds behind Felix. But oh, there's a yellow flag, and this is RC Darkbeer. RC Darkbeer, and it is a safety car. It is a safety car on lap 9. So maybe we will see the medium runners in the pits for hards. This is my honest opinion, what I would do in this situation if I would start on mediums, which I usually do most of the times. And yes, he's going to pit, and Kart Racer also pits. Kart Racer also pits, even though he's on hards. I guess it's a pizza for everyone. Yeah, everyone is gonna box. Maybe there's gonna be some double stacks. Maybe some position swaps in the pits. There is Evan and Darth FIFA, but he seems alright. Lost a bit. Same for swings. Oh, there is double stack for Haas. A big double stack for Haas. But the order doesn't seem to be changing, apart from here in the midfield, because yeah.
Looking at the Rekordstable, Antire R-Driver such as Jonathan, Kudos, Harris, Acepo, CMD Atai have never won a race and are Prix.
Yeah, every driver you mentioned, I would say they are slower than my. I don't want to talk about my pace, man. But yeah, I'm honest. I think I'm faster from every driver that you mentioned. I mean, most of the drivers aren't really racing anymore in this league. So apart from Jonathan. Yes. So safety car is deployed. So yeah. I mean, I can also have a look on the record table. Who never race win? No, it's the teams. Oh, Sully returns soon. Maybe for next season, but I don't know. I had the seat for the Aston. I would have been a teammate with Pocho instead of Filbert. But yeah, I quit the game because wasn't really fun for me. So I've decided to go back into the commentary box. And maybe I will give another shot for next season. But obviously next season will be on the next game then, but yeah, I will see. I can't say that. I can't say that now. So let's go. A little recap to the order. King Enzo is still leading this race. Okay, no problem, mate. You predict a phase 4 is gonna win this race. I mean, he's in third. Everything can happen. Maybe a crash between these two in front. I can see where your prediction has come from. I will stick with Kart Racer. Okay, no, I will stick with Enzo because I guess he will have a lot better tires at the end of the race, because Kart Racer need to his mediums to last 17 laps or 18 laps, something like that. It's possible, but you will struggle at the end, and this is why I guess King Enzo is gonna have to pull, but we will see. So, Kart Racer on second, Phase Forward in third, Darth FIFA currently in P4, and Darth FIFA was always in front of Felix. Yeah, okay, I was wrong. Evan in 6th, then Swings in P7, only one in P8. Can also check the position changes. Charlie in P9, then there is Jeremy in P10, Jonathan in P11, Pocho in P12, Marco in P13, then P14 Gabri, P15 is Fabian, who has spun at the start of the race on the first couple of laps. Stevie Iceman is in P16, and Yeah, Philbert is a P17, but he is not driving anymore. It's his AI. So yeah, this is the order for now. Lap 12 out of 27, so we are nearly halfway through the race, and only one is the only one with a penalty. He has it's a normal 3 second. So we can check also through the calendar for this season. We are starting in Monza and then going next season all the way to Silverstone. It's a 10 race calendar. We usually did 12 races, but we shortened it down to 10 races just to be safe with the new game, because there is no release date to be announced yet, and there will be no sprint races. We tried that in season 5, but then we decided to not continue the sprint races. And yes, safety car in this lap. Enzo is controlling the pace, and he is taking a wide line to maximize his corner speed. Doesn't really matter on the safety car restart, but here we go. King Enzo with a decent restart. Goes all the way to the inside to break the slipstream. And Kart Racer needs to warm up the tires, and there's Sphinx with a decent restart. Late braking by Sphinx, taking the outside line, a little bit of contact of Felix against Star FIFA. They're still side by side. Felix a bit off track, and now Sphinx has the opportunity to counter and back around the outside, but he can't get the move done. But he's still there. He can't sniff. He can't sniff the back of the Alpine, and now maybe tries to switch back on the Alpine with the better exit. No, he can't. He can't make the move done, so he stays there in P5 with Felix being squeezed by Darth FIFA at the exit of turn 2, and there's Gabri and Marco. Oh, this is... I guess they make contact and they spun. That's unfortunate for them. Oh, there is Marco. There is Enzo versus Kart Racer, and Kart Racer makes the move done. Yes, he can. He stays in front, but King Enzo's now right behind. But here Kart Racer is the new leader of the Italian Grand Prix. Face forward against Star FIFA. What is going on here? They're side by side going all the way down the main straight, and there's Jonathan, who DNF'd. Is it gonna be a safety car? No, wait, where did he crash, mate? Where did you crash? Okay. I don't know how he crashed there. But let's see in front, because... Face forward! I didn't even realize that! I wasn't wondering why is Star FIFA in third, but face forward spun. So I guess the prediction of the viewers probably not gonna work, and Marco spun again out of La Roggia. But yeah, Kart Racer is pulling away. He has a tire advantage. Fabian. Oh, there's Jeremy, who spun out of Ascari. Does he have wing damage? Seems to be fine. Seems to be fine, and Kart Racer sets the new fastest lap of the race at 1:22.1. He is flying right now with King Enzo barely being there, and Kart Racer Oh, breaks him safe, missed the breaking point, and there is Sphinx versus Felix. But the positions are staying there. So, Felix is right behind Darth FIFA. The Earth is now activated. Maybe he can pull a move on the main straight, going up the order up into P3. He's gaining and gaining. The Alpine is very fast on the straight line. I guess most of the drivers are driving very low wings, and only one gets another 3-second time penalty. Now Felix is right behind. This probably gonna be I wouldn't say easy pass, but shouldn't be a big of a problem to pass him. But now DRS will open soon, and he opens the wing, takes a slipstream, goes to the outside line, and probably will stick the move even before the braking zone. Yes, he is up into the P3, and it is a double podium for Team Alpine. And yeah, let's see if Darth FIFA can stay on board with him. And it's again Marco who spun at the back. Filbert in the pits. Let's say Filbert's AI is in the pits. Fabian against Charlie. Fabian up into P7. He's trying to recover from his spin, and he's doing pretty well, to be fair. He's again up into P7. He was on the podium places before his spin at Ascari, but he is on the way to refight his his race hopes. He is 2.5 behind Evan and Sphinx, and this little DRS train going up in front from P3 to P6. There is it's King Enzo. Oh, and he DNF'd, and it's a safety car. Yeah, it should be a safety car, man. Oh, he did a Leclerc or something like this. Oh, and there are guys pitting. Evan is pitting. Fabian is also pitting. Oh, and it's a 1-2 for Alpine for now. And Darth FIFA being behind in third. And this is what I said. This is what I mentioned before in qualifying. King Enzo is struggling with consistency. This is what cost him the points at the end of the season, and we only have 10 races. And it seems like Kart Racer and Enzo being on a very similar pace. So if the championship is gonna be tied, like it seems to be, then these 25 points are gonna hurt. And now we will see if guys like Kart Racer are gonna pit. It would be good for them. Would be good for the guys who started on hards and went on to for mediums. Yes, box for Kart Racer and for Felix, and this is gonna be tough. Oh, Sphinx! I'm sorry. Sphinx is the new lead of the race, and now with the double stack for Alpine, Darth FIFA can jump Felix. Will he jump Felix? Ah, yeah, it seems like it. Felix pass. Darth FIFA pass Felix. And is... Oh, and there is Gabri! Gabri in second place! Will there be another one? No, it's not. So it says like this. Sphinx is the new leader of this race, and Gabri in the Alfa Romeo, the Italian on this home Grand Prix, is in P2. Beautiful stuff. You love to see that. And there's Darth FIFA! He spun on the safety car, man. On the safety car. And he gets overtaken by Pocho, but he needs to give his position back. So this is unfortunate for Dafifa. He was on. He could have fight the win today, but it seems very unlucky. In another spin, it's Stevie Iceman who spun out of the second chicane. La Roja. As there's Marco, and yeah, we will probably wait another lap or maybe two for Marco to pick up the field, and he is quite a bit behind. And yeah, let's watch in front, because there is a Ferrari at Monza. He's leading the race with not many laps to go. So if he can hold that position, then we will see some stuff that all the tifosis, me included, would love to see. And the Italian driver in a half Italian team, mostly a team from Switzerland with Sauber, but still an Italian driver with an Italian name. So yeah, what I was thinking about before the race, one thing I did when I was still commentating was podium interviews, and I said nothing before the race, that I will do that again, and I guess I will not interview the podium this race, but maybe from the next race on. That's at least the plan. So, did Marco spin again? I don't know. Oh, Pocho against. Oh. Pocho gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with only one, who is now out of the race. What happened? Well, I don't know what happened there. Oh, and yeah, Pocho's going to the pits and retire. And yeah, I don't know what happened. Only 13 drivers still in this race. Okay, BSW is trying a move on there under safety car conditions, so interesting. Felix is trying to burn some of his fuel. I guess the safety car will go in this lap. Yes, it is indeed. Sphinx is gonna give up the pace. Everyone is warming up the tires for the last 8 laps in this race, in this season opener. Now Gabriel will probably try and defend for his life and probably pick up the best points that he can, and Sphinx is waiting, but there is the safety car. The safety car line is now, so he needs to accelerate, and he did. And what a race start by Kart Racer. Not a race start, but a safety car restart. And there is Gabriel in the sandwich of the Alpine, and there is Kart Racer, who is side by side with his teammate NLR Felix 1. Who will be in front? It seems like Kart Racer with the better exit. Oh, what a massive exit he had. With the better tires for now. But Sphinx holds on, at least for now. But it seems like Kart Racer is a lot faster. Now there is Charlie versus Gabriel. And Gabriel is already down into P7. And Darth FIFA was ghosted for a bit. I don't know what happened there. Oh, and there's Evan versus Gabriel, and there is also Face Forwards, who also wants to save his race after his spin, and there is Kart Racer, who is regained his position, and there is Kart Racer, who is helping his teammate Felix for the overtake, and there's a little switcheroo out of Parabolica. Brilliant move by by Felix, and now there is again Alpine 1-2. He takes out the strips, and he's probably not gonna fight him, and there is another crash, and it is a VSC. So it's the third VSC after 2 safety cars. So I guess we will not see some double yellow action. Oh, Gabriel doesn't have a wing. Gabriel went from 2nd place to last within a lap. I don't want to roast him, but Fabian, after his spin and his drive-through, he is again up into P4, so it's nice to see him up there because he deserves it. He has the pace for the podium, and it is green flags again for this race. It's Alpine 1-2 for now. Sphinx in 3rd and Fabian in 4th. Darth FIFA is right behind. Can he regain his positions back? Oh, there is Sphinx, who is trying something very ambitious, but it seems like he can, because he's side by side with Felix, and DRS is activated. Kart Racer helping his teammate and gives him the slipstream, and so he stays in 2nd. But Sphinx is trying everything. A little lockup from Felix, but he stays there. Sphinx is trying everything, but now Fabian with the better exit out of the first chicane, and now a little bit of contact going through Curva Grande, and he is now up into P3 going into La Rocha. And yes, Sphinx from fighting Felix has lost 2 positions, and now Darth FIFA tries around the outside of no, Sphinx has Sphinx is disconnected, and I don't have him as a friend, so I can't invite him. Ah, that's unfortunate. But I guess he can rejoin with the previous invite of Felix. But now it's Darth FIFA in 4th, and he needs now to catch Fabian in the front. Let's see the tires if oh, Fabian has 11 laps old mediums, so he has a little bit of tire disadvantage. And Felix now sets a fast lap on 22.0. Can he gain the lead of the Italian Grand Prix? Both Alpines going side by side, a little bit of lockup. from these two. There is no contact. Clean racing, but Felix stays behind and Kart Racer stays in front and stays in the lead. Now there is Evan who picks up 5th place and he's trying to gain the time on his teammate. Now there is Fabian who's trying to somehow take the benefits from the fight from the two Alpines in front. I mentioned it before in qualifying. These two are fast forward to spawn out of Lesma 1. Oh, don't take the A. Yes, yeah, that is exactly what should have happened. And it is another safety car. And it is another safety car on lap 24 out of 26. So we had 3 safety cars and 3 BSCs, but this safety car will not stay out for long, maybe only 1 lap, and then it will go out, will go in again. So a race to forget for Ferrari. P11. If Sphinx doesn't rejoin, it's basically a double DNF for Team Ferrari, who seemed strong at the start of the race. There's Divi and Marco going in the pits, maybe for sets of soft, because they know behind them are only Gabri and 2 disconnected drivers. There's Philbert, who somehow is in P8 and face forward. Yeah, okay, no, he left the session. So I guess the safety car will go in after at the end of this lap. And it is indeed. Oh, what the fuck? Ah, wow, these guys are crazy, man. But it is Kart Racer picking up the pace and he is gone. He is gone. Felix a little bit of misunderstanding, and Kart Racer is there. And no, Fabian is there. Oh, he's gaining quite a lot, man. He's gaining quite a lot, but he stays behind. Fabian takes a little bit up the inside, but he stays behind. So, 2 laps to go. Kart Racer versus Felix versus Fabian, and Darth FIFA is also there. We should not forget him. He's nearly a second behind, but he's still there. And Fabian is trying everything, and he nearly lost it. He lost it, but he saved it somehow. And Darth FIFA is up into P3. We saw that on the entry of the chicane, that he lost his rear, tried to save it, he saved it and then lost it again on the exit. So unfortunate. So it's probably Kart Racer versus Felix. Both on the same tires, who are the same amount of laps old. And now he opens. There will be no DRS, just slipstream and ERS and pure pace from these two. So we will see. Felix uses everything on ERS 21.8. Both of them are using everything they got, but Felix is... Kart Racer goes defensive on the inside line. Both Alpines are trying everything to secure the first win of the season. We had already a kart race versus Felix fight in the previous history. It was season 3, if I'm not wrong, in F1 2021 with Felix in a McLaren and Kart Racer in a Ferrari, and Felix lost the rear. Can now FIFA take the benefits? He will look himself down the inside. Rear locking from Felix nearly cost him the complete race. Darth FIFA nearly. Charlie is up into 4th place. What is going on here? Evan against Jeremy, who is up into 6th. What is going on here? Crazy final laps, but Kart Racer, with this massive mistake of Felix, is probably securing his win. 1 corner to go, and Eric, aka Kart Racer 22, wins the Italian Grand Prix, sets the fastest lap, and it is a 1-2 for Alpine. Darth FIFA in 3rd, Charlie in the Alfa Romeo in P4, Fabian in P5, and Jeremy in P6 with Evan right behind him, but wasn't enough. Oh, what was that? A crazy final race, a crazy final lap for the season opener. Gabri is driver of the day. I don't know, to be fair. I guess my driver of the day is probably Kart Racer, because Charlie always was in the lower points position, but somehow managed to finish in 4th. And yeah, Alpine just shows, both Alpine drivers just showed where the season is gonna go. It will probably be a really, really cool championship fight if the pace is gonna stick like that, because both Red Bull had the pace, but the only enemy was themselves. So Kart Racer finishes in P1 with the fastest lap, so he is obviously the championship leader. Felix, after some difficult start phase, he picks himself and goes up into P2, and it is a 1-2 for Alpine. And then Darth FIFA nearly, but just nearly, could have taken the advantage of Felix's rear locking on the final lap. Then Charlie in P4, Fabian in P5, Jeremy in P6, Evan in P7, Marco in P8, Gabri in P9, then Stevie in P10, who takes the last point. And then Sphinx and Filbert were AI, so nothing more than that. Face forward, Pocho, only one, King Enzo, Jonathan, RC Darkbeer, and Anirud are DNF. And yes, guys, that's it for this race for the season opener for season 7 in Realistic Racing League. It was always fun to commentate with you. I hope you enjoyed that, and see you next race next week, next Sunday. Same day and same time as always around Silverstone, and see you next time. Bye bye.